Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. I'm in my kitchen today. We're getting ready to do an hashtag Instapot Magic hosted by Tina at Life in the Piedmont. This collaboration will go on from October the 1st to October the 10th. I think we have 12 wonderful collaborators in this collaboration, so it's a short one. I hope that you will enjoy this, and we're going to use our Instapot to make white bean Cajun or white Cajun beans with rice. Now I'm using a wild rice for my rice in this recipe because it is a little bit lower on the glycemic index, and I am trying to be good about my carbs. So we're going to get the recipe started here. I'm going to show you the ingredients. Then we're going to put this all together. Okay, the recipe I'm using today calls for 1 pound of white beans. You can either use Great Northern or navy beans, either one. I'm using Great Northern beans, trying to use those up, so we're going to use those. You're going to need 1 onion, about a half a cup, so I pulled out a medium small onion, 2 ribs of celery or 2 stalks of celery, about a 1/4 cup of bell peppers. These are frozen and they're actually in a 1/3 cup because I like bell pepper, so we're going to add a little extra bell pepper. You're going to need some extra virgin olive oil or butter for the sauteing part of this. I have pulled out some smoked brats. You can use andouilles or whatever kind of smoked sauce that you have on hand. And then for I'm also going to throw a bay leaf in with my Cajun seasoning. Just adds a layer of flavor to that. And that's a homemade Cajun seasoning. I'll try to remember to link that in the description box of the video. And then this is the wild rice blend that I use. And just to add a little color and a little more vegetables to this, I have pulled out dehydrated carrots that I have done with my rice in advance with some vegetable bouillon. And I've got it in the refrigerator because when you put it in the refrigerator and allow it to get cold and then reheat rice and potatoes and things like that, it changes the carb structure. So it actually helps to lower those carbs just a little bit. And I think I've covered all my ingredients. So we'll get ready for this. I'll bring out the crock pot. We'll get this started. Okay, 2 other ingredients that I did not tell you about was parsley. So I've got my parsley measured. What was the other ingredient? Parsley. Butter. Okay, I think that was it. So anyway, I've got my Ninja out here. I'm going to set it to sear saute and start it. Let's see what I got to do. I want it on, let's see, saute high for about 5 minutes. So I've got it started. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to my Ninja pot, and I'm trying to get it into the frame because I've got such a little space here. So y'all do pardon me because I don't have enough counter to bring it out any further. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of this Ninja and wait for it to start to coat the bottom of my Ninja. So I'm just going to tilt it and get it going. All right, I've got my camera situated now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in my sausages that I've already sliced up and get them searing, and that takes about 5 minutes. So I'm going to get a wooden spoon because I don't want to scratch my enamel pot. Basically, you're going to brown this. You should start hearing it sear here in a moment. I'm going to make sure they're broken apart. And you can use andouille, that's what they recommend, but any kind of smoked sausage or Cajun sausage will work, depending on how much heat you actually want in your recipe. So I'm going to give that a good stir. I'm actually going to put this back in the bowl for a moment, and I'm going to do my Holy Trinity and my garlic. We'll be right back. And hopefully my camera don't go down. Now I've got it on high. It's going to be smoky a little bit. I actually need to lower it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it. I'm going to lower my temp to about medium and start it back. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon or 2 of butter. Like I said, it's going to be smoky for a moment. And I've got my Holy Trinity, which is celery, onion, and bell pepper. I'm going to saute this for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add in my garlic and let it saute for about a minute because you don't want your garlic to burn. And I've got all that good stuff stuck to the bottom of my pan. I want to loosen that up because that's going to add a layer of flavor. So we're going to get this going. And it's also good to do your herbs a little bit in this. So I've got my Cajun seasoning in here, my bay leaf, my parsley. Now I'm not adding any salt because the Cajun seasoning has salt in it, but you can add up to a teaspoon of salt to this. We're just going to allow this to marinate for just until these onions are starting to wilt down. You can add up to 2 bay leaves. This is a large bay leaf, so I'm opting for 1. So we're just going to let that saute. All right, everything is sauteed down. I'm going to add in my garlic. This is 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. It's 3 cloves of garlic, so a teaspoon per clove. We're just going to let that go for just a moment, just enough for the aromatics to start to release in there. It is smelling so good at this point, y'all. The butter adds a layer, the olive oil adds a layer, the bay leaf, everything is adding a layer to this. I'm going to go ahead and add my meat back into my pan. Doesn't that look wonderful? I mean, it's already looking good. I have sorted and cleaned and rinsed 2 cups of beans, which equals about 1 pound of beans. I'm going to add in 6 cups of water. So I'm using my jars to measure with. And I'm going to add in another ingredient that I forgot to tell you about, which is milk. I'm going to add in a cup of milk. This is whole milk. You can use cream if you want to. It just adds to the flavor and texture of the beans. So everything is in my pot. I'm going to apply my lid. We're going to turn off the sear option. We're going to pressure on 10 pounds of pressure for 45 minutes. And getting close to the time of this being ready, I'll have my rice ready to serve, and we will have a wonderful, easy meal for us to enjoy. So let's get this thing started. All right, folks, it's time. Always lift the lid away from your face. You don't want to get that steam bath. Ooh-wee, look at that steam coming off that. So, this is white beans, Creole style or Cajun style. And I'm telling you, it's going to be so flavorful. I'm going to add a little bit of that juice in there. Not a lot, but just a little bit of juice. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Yum, yum. Just a little sprinkling of some fresh parsley on top, or dried parsley, whichever one you have. Look at that. Yummy. Delicious. Home cooking. Scratch cooking. Well, y'all, it's supper time. Didn't take long. The ninja did most of the work. Did a little prep work at the beginning, but I'm telling you what, this looks so delicious. So we're going to go in and we're going to take a bite. Make sure I get a little bit of the rice, the beans, all of that on my fork. Y'all can't see the steam coming off that, can you? Mmm. What a great combination for a cool day, to have something hot like this for supper that is comfort food. It's made in your Instant Pot, and it is so, so delicious, y'all. You would think I had slaved all day over my stove making this wonderful meal. You can serve this with cornbread or crusty bread, any number of things. Make it your own, but it is so delicious. I'm going to link the recipe, if I still have it in my YouTube files, to the Cajun seasoning that I make. And y'all try this recipe out. Make sure that you're checking out everyone in this wonderful collaboration, because I'm telling you, you're going to learn how to use your Instant Pot if you have not used it before. Yum, yum. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. So, so yummy, y'all. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.